Okay. Hey y'all, I am Cheyenne Knox. I'm 19 years old and I am now a triple diamond leader as of last month. And I earned the $15,000 bonus and I make a whole $10,000 a month from my phone. And it's so crazy to think that a year and a half ago, I joined this business at semester of my senior year. So I was 18 at the time. Sorry if that goes off. I can't figure out how to turn off my notifications either. But I was 18 at the time. I was on my Christmas break of my senior year, and I was sitting in bed, came across my upline, which is Courtney Bohr. I came across her picture on Instagram of her standing in front of a brand new car with her super pretty long blonde hair. And I messaged her about the business because I legit was like, okay, why are you like lying about selling skinny stickers on Instagram and making this much money? Like, that's a joke. So I literally thought she was lying and I did not understand. I couldn't not like wrap my head around the fact that she was making that much money from her cell phone. So I messaged her, was asking her questions about how to get started with this business and what I needed to do and how much it cost, all the typical things of like walking a new distributor or potential through a conversation. And I went into the kitchen, asked my dad if he would give me $99 to start this business, and he did, by the grace of God, and he's thankful that he did that every single day because I didn't have the money to get started with this business, and I know that a lot of y'all didn't. I know that a lot of people that want to join this business don't, and so always like recommend that resource to people. It's just, okay, like, have you ever thought about borrowing it? Because I didn't know if I would ever. Hi, Chrissy. I didn't know, like, how I would have got that if I wouldn't have borrowed it from my dad. So that's really my story. I went diamond in 5 months. 3 days after I graduated high school, walked across the stage, I promoted to diamond, and I got the $5,000 bonus. And so then I moved off to college, and in March, so four months ago, I think, 5 months ago, I don't know, I promoted to double diamond, and I was 2 months before I walked out of school, like on my freshman year of school. And then I just promoted to triple last month. So in 3 months, I went triple. And so that's really my story. There's nothing crazy to it, and I don't want that to be the majority of this video because I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I made a list. I'm just going to kind of be rambling about a bunch of stuff. So make sure you have your notes out. Make sure you have your phone notes out or a piece of paper in order to take notes because I'm going to be talking about a lot of things on how I got to where I got to, and I'm going to spill all of my tips to y'all and try to like rack my brain for every single thing that I can think about in order to help you all the most and benefit you in every way that you possibly can. So generally I did this video for people who are young or are in school or are in college or just really have a really busy schedule and feel like that's almost what's keeping you from being successful. And I'm here to crush that out of the water. And I'm here to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to be successful with this business. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. If y'all do have questions, you can post them in the chat and I will try my best to get to them by the end of this video. I know that there's a ton of people on here. And so I don't want to be answering all these questions for the rest of the night. So I'm going to start off this video. I don't really think there's a correct way I can go through like sequentially. So it's just going to be a bunch of random stuff that I'm just going to kind of go through, give you my tips and tricks and share my best things with you. So the very first thing I want to start off with is basically y'all are on this Zoom right now because you're busy or you're in school or you're in college or whatever your situation may be. You're in this because you need money. You need something that's going to go on your schedule and be able to kind of conform to what you're doing. So I joined in high school. So I went to school at 10 a.m. in the morning because I had my first 2 periods off. And then I didn't get out of school until 4 o'clock, but I also had cheer practice for a few hours after school every day. I was involved in every single thing that I could be involved in within every club, every organization, literally everything. So I was so busy. And I never once was like, oh, I can't do this business because I'm busy. Because I was like, okay, if it's on my phone, I know that even though I'm busy, I am always scrolling through Instagram. I'm always scrolling through Facebook. I'm always on my phone. And I know that all of you are too, no matter if you're super busy or not. That's just the way that it is. That's the way the society is. It's the way that like every young generation is. And so I knew that I couldn't use being busy as an excuse. So I would wake up at around 9 o'clock every morning. I'm not a morning person whatsoever, and I had to be at school at 10. So I got ready in about 2.2 seconds, brushed my hair, brushed my teeth, put on some yoga pants and a t-shirt, went to school. But before that, I was just focusing on working my business. So I would do a little half like power hour kind of thing. I would get out my messages, do my first post. And I don't really remember what I posted about because we didn't have keto coffee then. So I don't know what my first post was because now it's keto coffee every morning. But then I don't know, I probably posted a quote or something like that. So I always posted in the morning about something, whether it's the business or a quote or a post about my life or how I was late to school again. I don't know, one of the two. And so I would post about that. And then after school, the only time I had to work my business was when I got out of cheer practice, and between eating and showering and doing my homework and being a kid and spending time with my family and doing all those typical things, that was the only time I had to work my business. So the very thing I want to talk to y'all about is busy is best. If you are busy, you're going to be more successful in this business, which I'd say that term loosely. You're going to be just as successful in this business as people who are not busy at all. I find like this summer, I decided not to take summer classes so that I could focus on my business because I do go to school and do this business full time. And I was like, okay, because that was my goal, was to go triple this summer before I moved back into school. And I completed that goal because I put everything I could into it. And I knew that if I was taking summer classes, I couldn't do that. I mean, I could because this business allows us to, but I didn't want to stress away from and take away from my goal. So I think literally, and I was talking to my team about this, the amount of time in the day that I'm spending without being busy, I feel like I waste so much time than when I'm at school working my business all day, like in between 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I was so much more intentional with my time. So I cannot stress to you enough that busy is best. If you are busy right now and you feel like a crazy mad woman handling all of this stuff, we work better under stress and under pressure, whether you think you do or not. When you know, okay, I'm going to be gone for 5 hours out of the day because I'll be at school or in class or at work or whatever the situation is. So therefore you have more of a pressure and a stress to work your business before and after your work situation or whatever you're doing. So if you're busy, don't use that as a crutch. Don't use that as an excuse to not work your business, because we're all busy. Every single person in this business has something, like whether it's children or a job or school or whatever the situation is, because we all have such different lifestyles. Being busy, the busier you are, the more successful you're going to be, because the harder you work for the things that you want. Because I know that when I have things that I'm supposed to be doing and I know I have a test or I know finals are coming up, I'm going to be more intentional with the 5 minutes that I can find in between doing things. So if you feel like a crazy mad woman running around all the time trying to figure out how you're going to mesh everything into your agenda, into the tiny box of the day, you're going to work so much harder for this business if you can comprehend that. If you can understand, okay, if I work really, really hard for the next 30 minutes, that's going to be the same as if I was doing nothing and did one thing here and one thing here, and I'm going to do 5. And sometimes, even this summer, there were days I looked back and I'm like, I did absolutely nothing for my business. I posted once and I got out 10 messages, but it's because you feel like, oh, I have the whole day, I'm not going to do anything. Then you end up getting absolutely nothing done. So that's just my little synopsis on it. If you are busy, I promise you that is never going to be an excuse unless you make it one. That's not going to be a reason that you're not going to be successful unless you cause it to cause you to not be successful. So busy is best. If you're busy, you're lucky because you get to be intentional with your time when you do find that little bits of time to work your business. I'll stop blabbing about that and move on to the next thing. So the next thing I want to talk about that I love talking about, and I love telling my team about it, and I love going over it, is my goal in this business is to brand myself. I want when people, so if there's 2 old ladies talking at the grocery store in my hometown, when someone mentions ItWorks, I want them to think of Cheyenne Knox. I want them to think of me. I don't want them to think of wraps or keto coffee or network marketing. I want them to think, oh, Cheyenne sells that. That's my goal every single day. And I say that because your goal should be to brand yourself. I know that when I post, people know that I'm obsessed with cactus, literally cactus nest, literally. That's what they know about me. They know I love TJ Maxx and I go to TJ Maxx every single day. They know that I have a dog, and they know that I'm very like close with my dad, and they know that I love to shop, but they also know that I'm in ItWorks and I'm in this for life and that I post about it every single day. And so when people follow me, I'm not just posting about ItWorks and I'm not just posting about my life. I'm posting about it all because I'm making a brand for myself to where when people are talking about this business, or maybe they need money or they need products or they need to lose weight or whatever we have that this company offers, they know that they can come to me because this is my brand. This is what I represent. And going into that, it is very, very important that what you're putting out there is professional. I know that when I got started and I had a bunch of girls on my team that were in high school, they were posting about drinking, they were cussing all over their Facebook, they were posting about things they should not be posting about, because whether you see this as a business or not, this is a multi-million-dollar business that you're representing. So if you're posting, I get being young and I get like, I've never partied, I've never drank, I've never done any of that because that's not me. But with experiencing it with my team, do not post about stuff that is not professional. And this whole Zoom is towards young people, so I know that you party and I know that you drink and I know that you do those things, but that is not what you represent, and that's not what this company represents. So I say that, and I say it only to help you, is I have seen girls join my team that had so much potential to be successful in this, and the content that they posted was not like respectful, it didn't brand themselves, it didn't represent who they were, and that just completely caused them to not be successful. Because I don't know about you, but if I'm going to someone's page to look at them, and if I go look through there and I see derogatory content and I see stuff I don't really want to see, and I see people upside down on a keg or whatever college students do, that's not going to bring the right kind of people into your business and the right kind of distributors that you want on your team either. So I say that just because I care about y'all, and I know that with going through high school and college and everything I've gone through, that has been a major, major thing that I've always made sure. I mean, I've never done it, so it's never been an issue for me, but I do know, like, it's great if you do that and that's what you like to do, but you run a business and you represent all of us as a whole. I've definitely seen people post stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, these people know that they're in ItWorks, we're in the same company, they're representing the same thing, and that's not cool. So you always want to make sure that what you're putting out there is respectful and very professional, because you do run a business from your phone. And that just goes right back into me just talking about branding yourself. Find things that you love, you guys. Like, I know, I'm going to branch off this a little bit. When I started, I could not figure out why God put this business in my life when he did. I was like, here I am, some 18-year-old irrelevant person who probably isn't going to be successful in this business, but I'm sure going to try. And I looked at all these moms that were in this business, and I looked at all these people that had 14 children, or that were married, or that had these huge extravagant things, and they were working this business, and I didn't have anything to post about other than my textbooks and my cheer uniform and me with a megaphone on Friday night, and things that didn't relate to people, that I felt like I could never get out of this bubble of me being 18 years old. You know? And so I constantly struggled with, okay, why did God put this business in my life when he did? Why am I here? Why is this business here? And I'm here to tell you, this is an actual statistic. I didn't make this up or pull it out of my rear. Every 6 months, something happens in your life that's life-changing. So when they told me this, I was like, yeah, whatever. That's kind of every 6 months. That's kind of drastic. When things started happening in my life where I needed this business, I realized why I made this business work for me and why this business was put into my life when I was 18. So something will happen in your life that will make you understand why you pushed so hard to make this business work. And when I started, I didn't have to make this business work. I could have done the stereotypical way, went and got a bunch of loans that I couldn't afford to pay back and stressed my parents out and did all of those stuff. But I didn't, because I knew that when God put this business in my life, like, I was taking off with it, y'all. Like, I didn't sit and wait. I didn't sit and sulk in my issues of not signing on customers. I didn't let my mindset get in the way. I didn't let the naysayers get in the way. Like, I was sprinting with this business. Like, I ran from the time I clicked proceed to start this business because I just felt like I had to do it. I felt like this business was put here. This business was put in my timeline on my Instagram on this day, and I took a leap on December 22nd, 2016 for a purpose of something. I have no idea why, but I'm going to figure it out. And literally 6 months after that, I realized why this business was put into my life. I took over my parents' bills. I was paying for things. I was handling things that a normal 18-year-old would not have to do. And it was all because I said yes to that 6 months before that. And I could not ever figure out why until those things happened to me. So that's why it's so important to brand yourself and to be professional and be respectful and be that distributor that you want to be. Because when that time comes and something happens in your life, you're going to realize, oh, thank you so much, God, for putting this business into my life 6 months ago, because I don't know where I would be without it. And so many things have happened since then where I've just been able to swipe my card or not stress about it, or even with my team that my team has been able to do because I said yes and I never quit. So that just all ties into the fact of branding yourself and being that best distributor that you can be, so that you do get to that point where one day you're going to be able to swipe your card on something that you're like, oh, this is why I did this, and this is why I'm here, and this is why I put up with all the crap I did to get here. So that just all kind of goes into one big bubble of like, brand yourself, find things you love. If you love makeup, if you love dogs, if you love this, if you love that, find the things that you love, talk about those, post about those, and intertwine your lifestyle with your business so that when you're posting about it, people know, okay, this girl's in college and this girl's in this and she loves this. And like with me, they know she loves TJ Maxx and she loves cactus and she's in college, and they know all these things because I put my life out there, but I also intertwine my business into it every single day. So if people are like, oh, I want to lose weight, or oh, like there are people, this is going to be a big old ADD Zoom where I'm just going off in every pathway that I can. That's why I told you to take notes, because it's going to be a mess, but it's going to be filled with tons of information. So there are people that stay up at night crying and stressing about how they're going to make ends meet. And if you don't post about this business and put out this opportunity out there, even if you feel like you don't know what the heck you're doing and you don't feel like you have enough content to put out there, or you haven't promoted, or you haven't made any money to be able to put this business out there enough, there are so many people out there, y'all, that would kill for an opportunity like this. And the days that you don't post, and the days that you post about stupid stuff that doesn't matter, the days that you share memes instead of posting about things that are beneficial and income producing like this business, you're literally like, those people are praying for something like this, and you're not putting this business out there for them to find. We have something that so many people would kill to have. Do you know how many people work every single day, all day long, which I know a lot of y'all have, and that's why you took the leap into this business? People work their butt off all day long every single day to not make ends meet. And here we are working from our phone, doing our own thing, changing lives from our cell phone, being the smart ones, and you're not posting about it to get it out there for these people to actually change their life too. And I say that all the time. It's so selfish of you to not work your business. And when I say all this, like, I'm not mean. I'm a very blunt person, a very red personality, and I know what it takes to be successful. And so when your leader is sitting here saying, post, message, get this business out there, talk about it to people, stop being lazy, stop not posting, stop using excuses, stop saying you're too busy, it's because you're literally, your only purpose in this business is obviously to help you and your team. But it is literally, you need to put this business out there for people, for the people that need something like this so desperately in their life, and that are going to completely change your business, because it takes one person to completely turn your whole business around. Because I know there are some, like, for example, Courtney Bohr enrolled Courtney Labby, and she went Presidential Diamond in 4 months. Imagine if Courtney Bohr did not follow Courtney Labby that one time and get her on her Instagram so that she could join her and go Presidential Diamond in 4 months. There are people out there waiting for you to message them or to follow them and to get over it, because they need something like this. Courtney Labby needed that in her life, and Courtney Bohr followed her. She joined the business, went presidential in 4 months, and now their entire lives are changed all because of that. So that was just a whole leg. I don't know what, that's not on my list, but that's just something important that you need to know is, don't be lazy and don't be selfish and don't not post about this business because you're too busy out there doing things you shouldn't be doing that are not income producing, when you could be changing your life and changing others, like Courtney changed Courtney Labby's life. Okay, that's just one example out of the billions I know that there are. So the next thing I want to talk about is the naysayers, the rude ones, the ones that think they've got their whole life under control, that sit on social media and mock us for what we do and post about what we do and blah, 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 blah. I'm here to tell you that I really don't think there is another distributor in here, unless they started this business in high school, that have experienced the kind of crap that I had to go through. Okay. I joined in high school, and high schoolers are complete assholes. Okay, they're all mean, they're all hateful. Literally, it was awful. I got mocked every single day. Every time I'd post something, people were commenting awful things on them. Every time I'd walk down the hallway, people would laugh at me and call me ItWorks girl. And when I walked across the graduating stage, people literally were like, ItWorks girl. Like, I got mocked to no end. I got made fun of. I got laughed at. I got posted about. Twitter was relentless. I literally got off Twitter for like 6-7 months because I couldn't deal with people that were so hateful to me. And I never gave them a sense of my time. Nothing. Not a second of my time did I ever sit there and try to explain to them, try to fight back, try to sit there and talk about it and waste my time on social media. Yes, I do post about things of like a overall thing of like how I think people are just so skeptical of this and how people take their time to laugh. Like, I don't ever point one person out about that because they don't deserve my time. I am making money and I am focusing on positivity and I am changing lives. I do not have time to waste my time on the ones that are too ignorant to open their brains and like try to find the brain cell in their brain about how this business works. So I'm here to tell you that I get it. If you're on here and you're young and you're in college and you're in high school or whatever your situation is, who freaking cares if people have something to say about what you're doing, or if they go on Facebook and say, oh my gosh, another rap girl, or take the time to make fun of you or call this business a scam. They don't have a brain cell for this and they never will. So if you sit there and try to waste your time and spin your wheels trying to convince these people what this business is going to do for you, you don't have time for that because those people will come back to you. And you know how many people that made fun of me and told me I would never make it in this business are on my team now? Do you know how many of them have ordered from me who told me no from the very beginning? All the time. And I never, ever, ever gave them a second of my time. And you know what? I'm triple diamond. I made a $15,000 bonus, and to all those people that told me I couldn't do it, they don't say a single word to me anymore. Because what are they going to say? I used that so much in high school as a fire under my rear because I was like, you know what? These people can sit here and tell me that I'm not going to be successful, but one of these days, everything is going to be online and they're going to wish that they got in when they did. And I get so heated about this because it makes me so angry on the amount of people that have left my team, that have quit, that have given up because their own family or their friends or literally so many people have given up on this business because of what people say to them. Why? Why would you prove them right? If they told you you're going to fail at this and you quit, they won. That's not cool. They're literally stealing your dreams and your goals from you because they think that their opinion matters more. So I wanted to touch on this because I know that being young, it's so awful because people are awful and relentless and they don't care if they hurt your feelings. But you know what? In 6 months, in 7 months, 10 months, a year and a half in my case, when you earn a huge bonus and you're making this huge income from your phone because you never gave them a second of your time, what are they going to say? Nothing, because you proved them wrong. So I just wanted to touch on that. It's never going to go away. And I wish that I could tell you like, oh, it gets better. It doesn't. It gets better in a way of like, oh, they don't affect me as much. But then they start affecting your team and your team gets upset and your team quits. And it never goes away. But what I can tell you now is that those people will never win in my book because I'm here because of them. I'm here because they literally told me I couldn't do it. And here I am. So if you're struggling with that and you deal with a lot of people making fun of you or maybe your family doesn't support you, I know so many ambassador diamonds that literally did not support their wives in this business until they went ambassador. So if you have a big enough why and you want this business bad enough, none of that matters. You'll figure out a way to zone it out, to get around it, to do different things because that's not going to make you money, and then making you quit is literally not helping anything. So yes, Alyssa, haters don't pay your bills for sure. So the next thing I want to talk about is managing your time. So I know that with being busy, you have class and you have studying or you have work and you have this and you have that and you have all of these things. And you're like, okay, how do I do this? How do I manage things? It's just a wing it thing. I'm the biggest wing it kind of person. Like my senior quote was, oh, well, because the amount of things I screw up and the amount of things I forget about and the amount of Zooms that I've like planned with people and I've completely forgot about them and gone and done other things. It's never going to be easy to manage your time, but it's just something you're going to have to wing it at. Everyone's life is different. Everyone's schedule is different. My life is completely different from your life, even if we're both college students. But one thing I do know is that so many people are like, oh, well, I'm in college. I can't do this business. I don't have time for it. You have more time in college. You have more time in college than a lot of people do in their whole lives. But it's such a stereotypical thing to be like, oh, I'm in college. I don't have time. You go to class for maybe 5 hours a day max, because you may have 3 classes, 4 classes, whatever. Or maybe when you go to work for 9 hours throughout the day. There are 24 hours in the day, okay? And you don't need to sleep 8 hours. When you start this business, your sleep schedule is so whack for the rest of the time. It does not get better. The amount of times I have literally not slept. I've stayed up so late because I have trainings with my team, or I can't sleep because I'm in the middle of conversations. So there are 24 hours in the day. And if you go to work for 8 hours, or you have class for 5 hours, there are 12 to 15 hours left in the day. So you need to be intentional with your time. If you are struggling to time manage, get an agenda, get a list, figure out what kind of person you are and how you are organized. I like lists. So if I have this, this, and this, and this to do, I am not I'm a pretty lazy person, and I suck at everything. I destroy everything. I break things. I lose things all the time. I forget. I have the most forgetful mind in the world. But when it comes to this business, I am on top of it. I'm on top of my team. I'm on top of my potentials. I make lists. I have this. I have this. I have that, all to help me stay on top of my game. Because this business is what's going to keep me successful for the rest of my life and make money. So it doesn't matter if I even want to be organized with this business. You have to be if you want to be successful. Yeah, like Alyssa joined this business and she went diamond, from executive to diamond, and got $13,500 in bonuses. So if you are struggling, there's your inspiration, that girl right there. She used to go to bed at 8, and I don't know a day since she joined that she's gone to bed before 8, because we have so much stuff going on all the time. So you have to figure out what your daily schedule is going to look like, what you're okay, I have this, this, and this to do. I have this much time. I'm going to break it down and I'm going to get all of it done, because you are going to have to get a schedule and be organized and figure out what's going to work best for you. Because when you start getting a team and they're like, hey, I need to do this and I need you to help me with this, you're going to add all this to your plate. And instead of you getting overwhelmed, you're going to have to mend to it all and figure out how to do one thing at a time. Because picture this, you have a full-time job and you join this business. Your goal is obviously to one time replace that full-time income. So it may be stressful now and you may be crunching and all this now, but think about how worth it's going to be in a couple of months when you're able to walk out and be like, peace out, and half that schedule's gone now. So my list, okay, I'm just a list person. I have all my potentials on a sheet of paper. These go on and on and on forever with all my potentials on them. And then every month I have my steps to success, where I fill out my customers, and I start on the back and I start filling out all my customers on the back of these papers, because I have lists going. So I'm always filling out those lists with whatever I'm doing. And randomly, I have sheets of papers, a list. And the front of this, I just cleaned them out, because after I went triple, I had a whole stack of them, where I just have random sheets of paper with lists on them everywhere. Place this here, get this much volume, have this, do this today. And there's lists everywhere. I don't even know. And that's just it. Explains my brain, but I'm a list kind of girl. If you're somebody that likes to keep it in your head, or you have a reminders thing on your phone, or however you do it, figure out what works best for you. But when you figure out that schedule that you're able to get everything done, it has to be something that you are doing. It has to be something that you are figuring out how your life works, because nobody's life in this business is the same. And you can't watch this live and do your life how I do mine, because our lives are completely different. So that's that thing. I don't even know what I was talking about. Managing time. Oh, yeah. So managing time by making your list, making sure that you're figuring out, okay, I have this, this, and this to do. How am I going to do it? And make a game plan. Because when you start getting a bigger team under you and you start promoting and you start adding all these things to your plate, you're going to have to make a game plan that's only your game plan. Because if you don't, you're going to have all this crap going on all the time everywhere, and you're going to be running around and not getting any of it done because you don't have a plan. The next thing, posting. Okay, so everyone runs their business differently. Some people cold message, some people don't. Some people do interacting, some people don't. Some people do this, some people don't. But I'm going to tell you how I work my business, how I was successful through school, because I know that's the purpose of this video, and how I have ran my business and how it's changed so much since I started. So when I started, like I said, I could not work my business from 10 o'clock until 4:30 because social media was literally blocked at my school, like on our Wi-Fi, and you didn't have phone service if you weren't on Wi-Fi. So I could not work my business all day long. So with that being said, I was only able to work my business about 4 to 5 hours a day, but not like that's the only time I had, but I also had so much other time, like so much stuff to do during that time that it was not working all the time. So I learned to be intentional. And so when it comes to posting, I post every day, one live post a day on my Instagram. Don't follow me on Instagram because I don't accept distributors. Follow me on Facebook if you want to, because everything is public. So if you follow me on Facebook, you're going to see everything that I post. But I post a live post every single day on Facebook and Instagram. I copy and paste it, post the same thing. And my live post, I feel like so many people are like, well, I can't post live posts because I've never been successful or I haven't promoted. I got to where I got without ever promoting and getting those distributors on my team. So why can't you? If you post about how much money you're going to earn with this business, or especially with these bonuses on the table, if you're not taking advantage of these bonuses, you are whack, because these don't happen all the time. So if you're brand new and you're joining into this and you're like, oh, there's bonuses everywhere, this is not how it normally is. So if you're not running for these bonuses, you are doing it wrong. Seriously. Erica, you're going to go double. I just know it. You're amazing. But if you're not running for these bonuses and getting them done, and you're sitting behind on your butt waiting for your team to do it or waiting for these customers to fall into your lap, that is not how this business works. So if you're going out there and you're shooting for this $1,000 bonus or $5,000 bonus or whatever the heck it is, put it out there, y'all. People want to see what you're doing and what your goals are and what your plans are. Because if you join this business and you don't post a single thing about it, they're going to go to somebody that is working their business, that is posting about what they're going to do with this business, because you didn't. And so I feel like so many people wait because they're like, well, I don't know what to post about, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't want to do it wrong. I did it way wrong when I got started. If you want to take the time to go scroll through my Facebook, Time Hop does me dirty. When I open it and it pops up something and it's like, oh, you posted this a year ago, and I want to vomit because I can't believe I posted something like that. It's okay. It is okay to fail. It is okay to post the wackiest black, green, and bling posts. It's not okay, but you're going to learn from it, because I see those posts and I'm like, oh my God, how did anybody join me? But it was because I got the word out there, y'all. I wasn't scared to fail. I wasn't scared to mess up or to say the wrong things or to do the wrong things, because you don't join this business automatically knowing how to do this. You don't walk out of the womb. You learn to crawl and then walk and figure out by watching. It's the same thing with this business. When you join this business, you learn from following top leaders and getting on these trainings and learning from your leaders, because you're watching them and you're learning how to put one foot in front of the other, and eventually you learn how to walk on your own. It's the same thing with posting. You're going to fail. You're going to say the wrong things. You're going to do the wrong things, but eventually you're going to learn how to post the best in this business, and how, like, what to say and what not to say, and how to do it and how long to make them and what to post. But you have to do it. You have to put one foot out there and actually do the work, even if you're scared of doing the wrong thing. So that's my little rant on that. But every day I post, one time a day on my Instagram and all day on my story. And when it comes to that, we are not spammy people. We are not those black, green, and bling distributors. We're going to post quality posts, because putting quality content equals quality results. If you're posting good stories, like I make all of my stories with word swag and Pixar, and we'll go over apps in a second. Let me write that down so I don't forget, because that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I use those and I make my own stories on Instagram every day, so that I know they're good quality. People are going to not skip through my stories, because if you're posting a ton of things but they're not good quality and they're spammy and they're black, green, and bling and they're a bunch of random ItWorks product posts, people are just going to click through them and they're never going to take that time to actually read what you have to say. So if you're putting good quality content out there, people are going to take the time to read what you're saying, because it's good quality stuff. So follow top leaders, take their stuff. And when I say this, everyone pay attention. When you take someone's post, do not just instantly post it right after they do, because Facebook algorithms suck and Facebook hates network marketing, and they block all of our posts if we're all posting the same thing. So if you do take someone's post, make it personal, because also people know when you're copying and pasting a post, they know, oh, she did not write that. Make it personal. Act like you wrote it. Change it up. Type some different things. Make the words different. And then post it a couple of days after the person that you take it from. Okay? Please. Because it's not fair when someone puts so much work into a post and you just take it and then it screws both of you. But going into that, follow leaders and like follow their lead. And obviously if they're successful, they got there by doing the wrong things and figuring out how to be the right thing. And so now you can take that and kind of skip over doing all the wrong things and figure out what to do as a top leader in this business, because that's how you're going to be successful, is putting quality content out there. So when it comes to messaging, I've done host to post. When I went double, I purely did host to post, and then Facebook kind of screwed with that, and you can't post certain things and it gets like blocked. So I figured out different ways, and now I'm kind of focusing on attraction marketing, where I'm posting really good quality stuff. I'm taking time on what I put out there. I'm taking time to make my post and to make my Instagram stuff and all of that stuff. That's how I'm working my business now. But that's what's good, is if something's not working for you, change it. Don't keep sending the same message if you're not getting responses. Don't keep posting the same post if you're not getting likes or comments. Change it up and always be trying to be a better distributor, because when you're evolving and you're making a better Instagram and you're taking time to put a theme on it and to filter your pictures and to make sure you're being grammatically correct in your posts and your captions, that matters. That stuff matters because you're a social marketing professional. That's your job, is to put out good quality stuff that you're getting good quality results with. So if I post a really bad post, people are going to look at it and they're not going to like it. So the next couple posts I'm posting, Facebook algorithms is going to block that, and no one's going to see my post because no one's interacting with me. So on Facebook, I make sure to ask, like, what's the best hair stuff? What's your favorite hairspray? So that I'm getting a bunch of comments on them. And then I'm posting right after, a couple of hours later, I'm posting a good post so that people are seeing what I'm posting, because they're just interacting with my stuff. So Facebook knows they want to see my stuff. So that's just a little tip. So I make sure I post on my story all day. I post on my Instagram once a day. I go live on Facebook all the time. The first time I did it, I sweat through the back of my shirt. I was blabbing. I was word vomiting. Nothing I said made sense. I was stressing. I had sweat running down my face. And then every day I could go live every single day, 5 times a day, if it wasn't annoying. I love going live, but I was scared to do it. So if you're scared to do it, you got to do it at least once, and you just have to go out there and do it. And then you're always going to want to do Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives, I love them because it's personal. It's like face to face with somebody, like, oh, hey, I'm here. Hello. I'm talking to you, and when you address them like, hey, you need this business, it's like you're talking straight face to face to them because they're looking at you on their phone. So those are really the things that I do every day. I write down my potentials. This is my binder. This is my whole life. I have my goals on here. Like this one, I was supposed to go triple by June. I didn't, so I scratched it out and put July, and I made it happen by July. You put a timeline on your goals, it's alterable, it's changeable. If you don't go Ruby this month, you still can go Ruby the next month and earn that bonus. If you don't go Emerald, you still can go Emerald the next month. So if you make a timeline for yourself, realize it can be changed, okay? So I have my list in here. I have this thing with my calculator and all my pencils and stuff. I just hit myself in the face. And I have all these tabs in here of like my charts, all my steps to success, all my charts. I got all my old charts laminated. I have them back here so that I know what I've achieved. And I have this out there every day, and I do the same things every day. So let's talk about, basically, I'm going to go into like college and stuff. So if you're not a college student, just try to apply it to your life. I would wake up, go to class. While I'm walking to class, I would message. While I'm sitting and waiting for my professor, I would make a post. While I'm walk out of class and go back to my dorm, I'm messaging. Every single second of every day, I'm doing something income producing. I never get on my cell phone and do something like scroll on Instagram for hours or get on Facebook and get lost in those Facebook videos that you can literally watch for days and days and days. I don't do that anymore because I've trained my mind to where when I get on my phone, I'm doing something for my business. Because I used to sit there for hours and hours and hours and watch Facebook videos and YouTube makeup videos, and I still could do that. But I don't do that because that's not going to make me money. That's not going to help my team. I'm not getting anything done. I'm not doing income producing activities. So when I'm at school and I'm doing, like, when you're studying, you have to take a 15-minute break. And that 15-minute break, do things that are going to be good for your business. Start messaging, start posting. And when I was studying, I would take a picture. Like, this is the thing. I didn't feel like I had quality content to put out there when I was in school because I didn't have kids to post about or a house or good things. I lived in a dorm room that was a cubicle, and all I did was go to class and come back. I had no life. I didn't have anything cool to post about. I didn't do anything, and I never stayed at school because I hated being at school, because I hate college, because I'm just not a good college person, okay? So that's why I have this business. It's going to make me all the money in the world, and I will never have to use the degree that I'm getting. But that's not this conversation. I figured out that when people see me, I'm attracting college students to my page. So therefore, when they're out there and they're studying and they're partying and they're living off ramen noodles and they're having to ask their parents for $20 and they're putting $5 in their bank account here and there, I'm posting, I'm filling up my gas tank, like doing a video of the number on the gas tank going up because I'm paying for my gas. Or if I'm over here studying and I have my binder out on the table with my anatomy book open, take a picture of that. I'm working while I'm studying and putting a little customer enrollment thing on there. People need to see what the freedom that this business offers. So if you're sitting there posting about what you're doing and you're getting to work your business at the same time, those people are doing the same thing that you're doing, except they're not making money. When they're filling up that gas tank, they're stopping it at $20 because they can't afford anything else. When you're going out to eat and you're posting, oh, here I'm at Red Lobster and they're eating ramen noodles in their dorm room, I can afford that because I'm doing this business on the side. When I'm studying and I'm able to post that I'm getting customers while studying, taking a studying break, they want to do this business, but if you don't put it out there for them, they never will. They never will come to you. They never will order products from you, and they never will join this business, and they're going to be broke because you were not working your business enough to put it out there. So that just goes into the fact of my rant earlier. Don't be selfish. Don't be lazy. Don't make this business an excuse ball because you sit there and say, I'm too broke, I'm too busy, I have too much stuff going on. Everyone's telling me no. I have been told no every day, all day long that I've been in this business. Every ambassador diamond, every distributor, every triple diamond, every VIP elite, every presidential diamond, every single person in this business has been told no. They have been blocked. They've been mocked. They've been deleted. They have been not supported by friends and family. My best friend from high school has unfollowed me on everything, on Instagram, on Facebook, on all of it because I annoyed her. Okay? I have been through everything that you have been through. And it sucks, y'all. It sucks to be told no, and it sucks to be blocked, and it sucks for everyone to sit there and feel like sometimes everything is against you. But one day, when you're triple diamond and you make a $15,000 bonus, it all makes sense. When you go presidential, when you go ambassador, when you're in top 150, when you make that first 4-figure paycheck, it all makes sense as to, oh, I was told no, but those people came back to me because I did my business and I worked my business and I put it out there. You know how many people have told me no and they literally end up in my inbox and I'll scroll up a little bit and they're like, no, thanks, not interested in ItWorks or whatever. And they order keto coffee and greens from me, or they join the business with me because I posted about this every day. You know, some people have had a bad experience with ItWorks. Some people have ordered products where their distributor didn't help them and they gave them Thermophyte when they didn't even work out, so the products didn't work. Or they joined this business and they joined somebody that didn't help them or wasn't a supportive leader, so they have a bad taste in their mouth about this business. My goal, when I message somebody and they're like, oh, I didn't like the products, I talk to them. Even if I know they're probably not going to order again, I say, oh, well, what did you use? Like, what did you use? How did you use it? Did you do before and afters? Because I don't want people to not understand what these products and what this business can do for you. So if these people are messaging you and they're like, oh, no, you're in a scam, you are in the wrong business, you need to get out, I was in this business once before, take the time to talk to them and be like, hey, like, who was your leader? Like, did they teach you stuff? Like, did they do this? Did they do that? Because one of these days, when you're successful and you're promoting, like, y'all, a double diamond that was in this business 4 years ago is joining my team tomorrow. She was a double diamond under somebody else that didn't lead her, that didn't train her, and didn't teach her how to get to this point. And she's joining me. And she said that she's been following me since I joined this business because she was waiting for me to fail. And I didn't. And so now she's coming back to me because she wants me to lead her because she knows I'm going to lead my team because I have led my team to this point. So take that to heart when people are telling you no. I look at it as, oh, they're saying no, but it's a no. It's a no, like, oh, crap. Okay, so I know, I don't even remember, does anybody remember what I was saying when this cut off? When people say no, like, I know that when I work my business and I'm branding myself and I'm posting about the products and I'm getting the word out there every single day, those people that told me no are not going to be able to resist this business that I'm a part of because we come out with new products every day. Literally, it feels like every day, all the time we're coming out with new products. We're doing crazy promotions like the $20 deal. Like, when people need something bad enough, they know, okay, I can come back to you. I can come back to this girl. Oh, this girl's been posting every day. And even though I told her no, I'm going to come back. So I could blab about this for so long on the matter of that. You cannot give up because people are telling me no. They're telling you no. You can't get to a point of like, I know a lot of people that I'm talking to right now, they're like, oh, well, I've been posting about this business and I got 14 customers right off the bat, and now I hit a wall. Like, I can't get any more customers. Like, you're going to go through your warm market, and then your warm market's going to be gone, and you're going to have to figure out how to make that jump over to cold market. Like, I still have a list of all the customers that I enrolled, and I'm going to go through them with you, and I just tore all these people. So the very first month that I was in ItWorks, I enrolled 16 customers. Then the next month it was 13, next month it was 12, next month it was 9, and the next month after that it was 3, okay? I'm recording, y'all. I already clicked recording. It went down and down and down because I was going through my warm market, okay? So when you get to that point and you feel like you hit a wall and you don't have anyone to like order from you, there are so many other people. Like, everyone I enroll, the 60 customers I enrolled and the 40 customers I enrolled and the 50 customers I enrolled before that, I didn't know any of them. Everyone was from Instagram and from Facebook, and everyone was a cold market. So don't come at your leader saying, no one wants these products and I just don't think this is for me anymore because I can't enroll. Everyone goes through it, and that's delusional for you to say that nobody wants these products. It's you not working your business in the right way. Don't give up from posting. Don't give up from messaging. Don't give up from those people that you're supposed to follow up with. And one thing that I've noticed is I would spend so much time following up with all those people that told me they were going to order. And I was sitting here staring at this list of people that were supposed to order, and the people that were enrolling were new conversations I was having. So if you're staring at all these people that are supposed to order, get rid of them. Because the moment you start focusing on this positive stuff and starting new conversations and talking to new people, and you're enrolling these people, all this positive energy that you're exuberating of enrolling all these customers, all those people that were supposed to order from you are going to come back to you. So stop staring at the potentials and all these people that you've been following up with for months and months and months, because those people will come to you later, but stop focusing on them because that is going to drain you. You're going to be negative and you're going to be frustrated that all these people that you're talking to are not enrolling, and that's not your place. They're like, don't delete them from your phone ever. Never do that. Do not do that. Because then you don't know like your conversation or who you've talked to or anything. They're going to come back to you, but stop focusing on them. Start new conversations, message more people, find more people, post more, and be a better distributor, and stop sitting there staring at these list of potentials that you have. Like, I have all of these people as my potentials, but this is like from when I started. And so when I'm going for a promotion or I'm looking for customers or I have girls on my team going for promotions, I go through that list and I make sure that I follow up with them. But that is not somebody I go through and follow up with every single freaking day because I'm like, hey, I need you to order. Hey, I really need your volume. Hi, will you place your order? Hi, this is Cheyenne. That's not okay. Like, yes, it's great to follow up, but stop sitting there staring at the same people over and over because it's exhausting. The next thing on my list is apps. So yeah, everyone needs to hear that because I did the same thing. Like, when I was going triple, I was like hammering these people into the ground like, hey, I'm about to get a $15,000 bonus. People don't care. If they don't have the money or they're not in the right state of mind to order these products, find people that are, because they're out there, because I did it. People do it all the time. Find new conversations and start new conversations with people. So as far as apps, I keep messing with my hair, but it keeps like sitting up here and it's annoying. I use WordSwag to make captions in all of my stories. I use PixArt to add like screenshots of my customers, screenshots of my commissions checks, screenshots of my welcome post, everything. I use PixArt. Thanks, Erica. And so I use those two apps. What else do I have? I use UNUM. It's like Unum. You can like open your Instagram, and if you want to post, you can like look at the way they're going to look, just because we're all that extra. So it's like you can add pictures on there and you can kind of see what it'll look like after you post it, because you want to make sure that your flow is going good. Unfold is a really awesome app for stories that I just kind of discovered. So let me turn the brightness down. There's little templates in here, and you can post the description of the product and like put the product up there, and you can add videos. So like I've made a video on Snapchat of me using our cleanser and put it like in fast mode so that it didn't take a long time, and I added it to the video. And then I did like my steps of my skincare every single night, and it's Preventage of what the product does, and I put a video of me putting Preventage on. And then a video like it says steps, four step skincare routine, all natural. I took a picture of all the skincare, and it's called Unfold. It's awesome. Like, it's literally amazing. And you can change the color, you can change the fonts, you can change what you put in here. You just double click on this because it'll zoom in until you double click on this. Just get on there and play with it. And there's like a ton of templates. It's super awesome. It took me a little while to figure it out, but we're all good with phones, obviously. That's why we're in this. So that's a really awesome app for stories. Like, I made this super cute one for hair, skin, and nails, and I got 5 customers off of it. And I feel like if I would have just posted a stupid one that we all post, like, it's a super cute, like, blogger style picture, and I just put hair growth challenge and said, I need 10 hair models for fall. All you do is take before and afters in exchange for free product and a huge discount. And like, it's so cute. Just, it's Unfold. What's another app that I use? Cut Story. I make a lot of stories on my Snapchat, so I'll video myself talking or video myself talking about a product or about the business or about me getting a commissions check or whatever. And then it's Cut Story, and you save the video from Snapchat, so it saves it as a long, like, 50-second video, and then you click on the videos and open it and save them as 15-second videos, so that when you add them on Instagram, they're 15 seconds, so it's the full story amount, and it does a full, like, a sequential video. So that's called Cut Story. And then Captivate is how I follow. So if you don't have Captivate, download Captivate. If you don't have an iPhone, I can't help you, and you need to go buy one because I don't know how you do this business without an iPhone. So go to the store tomorrow and buy one. Biggest advice on here. So there's a tutorial on YouTube. I've done one in Black Diamond Bootcamp if you're in that, if you're on Jade's team. I don't know. There's so many people on here. I don't know where anyone is from. Hello, everybody, if you're not on Jade's team. And then Canva is how I make the highlights on my Instagram, these little bubble things. That's what I make with the pictures. It's called Canva. And that's really all. Oh, and PicTapGo is my #1 app of all apps. PicTapGo. Everything I post is edited, like everything. If it's on my story, it's edited because what I need to post it has to be visually appealing. So PixArt, WordSwag, PicTapGo, Captivate, Canva, Cut Story, Unfold, and Unum. Those are like all of my really prominent apps that I probably use daily. And that's a lot of, I mean, what you're putting out there is important, and that's how people are successful by what the content they're putting out there. So as far as like, I feel like we're always afraid to post. I feel like when people get started, I didn't use Instagram until after I went diamond. So that was in 6 months. On my 6th month is when I started using Instagram because I completely went through my warm market. And so I started going to Instagram because I was so scared of judgment from people and what people would say about what I'm posting. But if you're posting good quality content, like, let me show you this, okay? Once again, like, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm probably not going to accept all the requests because I don't want, it's too complicated. So follow me on Facebook and I post the same things. So when you look at my Instagram, there is not a single thing on here. Obviously this says ItWorks, but when people come to my Instagram, they don't say, oh, she's in ItWorks, she's spammy, I'm going to leave. Like, I post, what did I just do? I post pictures of my life. I take selfies, like literally, sometimes I put on a like off the shoulder shirt and I take a picture and I do my hair and my makeup, but I'm in pajama shorts and like flip flops when I go outside and I find a random tree with a flower and I'm like, hi, I have a great life and it's amazing. And like when I lived in my dorm, I did nothing. I had no life. All I did was go to school. I don't party. I don't drink. Like, college is not me. It is not Cheyenne's show. Like, I hate college. Okay. And so I didn't do anything. I didn't have any fun, cute sorority pictures. And if I did, I was like, everyone take a picture with me because of my Instagram, because of what I do. But there were sometimes I'd literally have to go downstairs and find the brick wall or like a cute wall and put like a picture or like put a, Peyton, because I didn't come out of my room. Like, I literally hated everyone. I didn't hate everyone. I just hate college. So it's not my thing. Anyways, so I'd put on an off-the-shoulder top or like some cute shirt and do my hair and makeup and be in my pajama shorts downstairs, and everyone's probably like, what is this girl doing? What are you doing? I work from my phone. So I was taking all these cute pictures, and like half the time I'm looking at my Instagram laughing because I know that I was in my pajamas 2 seconds before that, not doing anything cool. And I'm over here like, oh my gosh, went shopping today, did this today, went and got coffee with all my girlfriends, and I did not do that. So like literally guys, just like, this picture is not my food. I did not take this picture. I found it off Pinterest and was like, oh my gosh, brunch and enrollments today. I love that I control what I do. I do get to control what I do, and I do have the freedom, but this is not my picture. Pinterest took this, okay? It's about thinking smarter, not harder, okay? What else is not mine? This is a random Starbucks in Florida. I don't even have palm trees. I live in Texas, okay? But nobody cares. So find a cute picture and post it and find something that works for you. Like I went to a random Starbucks in Arlington with Cheyenne that day and not with a palm tree. This one, it's not mine, but it's a picture of the cleanse in front of a pool. Like it's good quality pictures, and that's my goal. And so it's okay to not have a life, and it's okay to not have children or things to post about. And I get that because being in college and being in school is really hard. Or when you work all the time, you don't have time to go get cute and take cute pictures. So find a day, like my dad is my photographer, and I go and I literally change shirts in the car. Like I have one of those sun visors, and I'm over here like ripping shirts off and changing shirts in the car and like doing different things with my hair, so that all day I have a ton of pictures to be able to post for the longest time. Like that is the goal. So when you do that, find a day, like find your local distributors and go take a ton of pictures with people, because then you're going to have quality content to post for the longest time. What's another thing? Jill, any of you all have any questions? I can go through and kind of answer some things, like good questions that would help out some people. Thanks, Erica. So how I follow on Captivate is I go through boutiques. So if I go to a boutique and I see some of my friends that follow it, I don't do it. Like some of my friends that are in ItWorks, I don't do that because I don't want to have the same followers. But I'll go through and find like a cute blogger. Find people that relate to you though. Don't just go follow cute girls. Like I'm not saying you're not cute. I mean, don't just like go to a boutique and find girls to follow. Like if you love dogs, go to like a dog page or like somewhere that other people that love dogs that will be able to relate to you. If you love TJ Maxx, like sometimes I go to TJ Maxx Instagram and I'm like, only the real people would go to their Instagram and go through what they're posting. Okay. So find things that you love. Like if you love makeup, go to a makeup page and follow people that love makeup too, because when you're able to relate to somebody on a whole different level other than just being desperately broke, you're gonna be able to enroll people a lot better when you relate to them. So I go to Captivate and I add people to my queue from like bloggers or like fashion pages, like clothes, stuff like that, because that's what I'm into. What do you do when you feel like you just hit a wall? I did talk about that for a long time in this video, so you can watch the recording. If you're worried about posting too much ItWorks stuff, like space it out. Post about your life, post about school, post about this, post about your dogs, post about a product. Mesh it into your lifestyle. This business is not a whole, when you join, stop posting about your life and stop posting about things you love. It's about posting about what you love and adding it with ItWorks. Like that's not the purpose of this. It's not supposed to make your whole Instagram and your whole Facebook like an ad show. That's not what you want. You don't want people to look at your page and ever know what you're with, ever. Like when people go to my Instagram, they don't see anything about ItWorks until they start reading my captions and start looking through my posts, and that's what you want. You're gonna message people that are too young, but it's just a part of the game. It just happens. Instagram does you dirty all the time and follows 14-year-olds that you're like, oh, they're definitely 22, and they're like, hi, I'm 14. I'm like, where are your parents? It's gonna happen. So as far as like how I'm getting my customers right now, it's with my stories. Like I am posting on my story all day long, but I'm posting about quotes and what I'm like. I always say, if people need to know what I'm doing or where I'm at, I have put it on my story. Like if I'm shopping or if I'm walking my dog or whatever, it's on my Instagram story, because I kind of use it as like an Instagram 2.0 of like, okay, excuse me, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's all on my story along with products and what I'm using and when I do my skincare, like when I put on my makeup. I put stuff on there all the time that's like branding myself while also branding the business with me. Daily list. A daily list is just like what you're doing. Like if you're not getting results, you're not doing enough of what you're doing. So I message, I follow, I post, I interact with people all day long. I make sure that I post on my story. I go live on Facebook. It's different every day, but I get results from what I'm doing. So I know that I'm doing enough of it. If you're working this business and you're not getting results, you're not doing enough of what you're doing, or you're not doing it right. So you need to change it up and figure out what is working. Don't get discouraged if something's not working, because that's not gonna get you results. Like you're like, oh, it's not working, so I'm just gonna quit doing it. Like what? That doesn't even make sense. If you're not getting customers, figure out why you're not getting customers and figure out a new game plan, because what you're doing isn't working, and that's okay, because we always have to change up what we're doing. getting organized. Peyton, I can call you about weekly bonuses later. And I can talk about that too. So I have dividers in here. This first divider, I have a list. Speaking of weekly bonuses, every distributor I enroll, I write down how many customers they have so that I know I'm getting my $100 weekly bonuses. Those are vital. Like, hello, $100 for getting a distributor, for getting 2 customers and 150 in volume, or having an ADBV auto shipment set up. You need to be on top of that. So this is my list of potentials. I have a billion of these. Like, it's just all of my potential customers written down with what products they want. That's in the first tab. Second tab, I got 2 charts laminated. I got a Ruby chart and an Emerald chart laminated so that when my team asks me to make them a chart, I can just erase it and not waste charts like all day long every day. And then I have all of my team's charts all in this binder, or this little thing, and then I have my steps to success from every single month since I joined this business. I print it out every month, fill it out with my customers, and I start going on the back when I need more room because I'm a list person. Then this is all of my old charts, and then in the back is just like affirmations and product information and stuff like that. So just get organized in a way that you feel organized. I like lists. I like being organized in a binder, but some people are not that way. So when I'm talking to a potential and they're like, okay, yeah, I want to sign up on Friday. Turn that down, Dad. I want to sign up on Friday at 6 p.m. I say, remind me to check back with Rebecca on Friday at 6 p.m. And it reminds me every single time with Reminders app. That's the only way I follow up. Because with the amount of people I talk to and the amount of follow-ups I have to do, if I put them all in the agenda, there's not enough room. I message right away when I follow people. I don't have time to wait. Okay, that's one thing. I am so glad, Kelly Lane, that you asked this question. If you have a team right now, we're going to have a whole nother rant. I don't know why I didn't talk about this, but we're about to talk about it now, so get ready. When you have your Ruby chart out, and say you're charted for Ruby or you're charted for whatever promotion you're at, and you feel like you cannot get your team motivated, you cannot motivate the unmotivated. You can't. If you have a team full of people who do not want to run with you, find somebody that will. Find new people, find new blood, pull up somebody from the bottom of your chart that's ready to do this, because if your whole team isn't working, which I doubt it's your whole team, I feel like that's just something you tell yourself because I've been there too. There is someone on your chart working with you, pull them up, start working with them. If you have a Ruby, if you say you're going Ruby and your executive isn't working, but someone under her is working, make her your executive, get them 2 distributors. Stop looking at all of the things wrong with your chart and stop staring at everything that's going wrong, because you will still be sitting in this same spot months, weeks, years from now, because you're spending so much time focusing on the fact that no one on your team is working. I have been there, I have done that, and I still got to my promotions because I did not care if my team was not working. Because you can sit there, I can schedule a Zoom every single night, but only the people that want to work will be on that Zoom. It does not matter if I message in the chat and I'm like, oh my gosh, only 6 people got on this Zoom out of the 30 people. Those other people do not care. They would be on that Zoom with you. It does not matter if your team is not working with you. It does not matter if they're not motivated. You're motivated, and that's what matters, because if you spend the time every single second of every day sulking in the fact that your team isn't working and that you can't get anyone to run with you, you're going to lose your passion and fire for this business, and that's not fair. Don't let someone else not work this business or not want to be successful or as successful as you ruin your success because they're not working and they don't care and they never will. So find new people, start posting better, start doing better live posts, start going live, and get those people on your team, because that is what matters, y'all. If you sit here and stare, like, I have had my fair share of looking at a chart and saying, wow, no one is enrolling but me. But I knew I was doing my job and I was being the best distributor on my team, and I was enrolling, and I was going to find those people that completely took off with this business. I have rebuilt my charts. I have lost rank completely. I have started over. I have rebuilt my charts. I have thrown away completely double charts and completely filled in new people and filled it with people that were wanting to work this business. And I got to where I am going so much faster than sitting there and staring at all the people that weren't working, because those people, they're temporary. If someone joins your business and they work for a little bit and they quit, that's the only reason they were put in your business, was because God knew they would be there for a whole 2 seconds, and they made that $50 that they needed to make or whatever, and they're gone. You have to pray people in and pray people out. If they're not going to stay, they're not meant to stay. Don't beg them to stay. Don't force them to stay, and don't try to motivate them, because in the process of motivating them, you're going to unmotivate yourself, and that's not worth it at all. Because I've seen people on my team do that. I've seen myself do it. And I would have never reached the rank I wanted to reach if I would have sat there and spun my wheels and stared at all the people that weren't working, because I don't have time for that. I do not message for distributors. I only get distributors. All the distributors I've ever enrolled have come to me because of my live post. My leaders, I do have a chat for my leaders, people that are working really hard, they're in it. And then I have a boom chat where my whole team counts up booms every single month for the customers that they enroll. And I have a newbie chat where I post like newbie goals, messages, things that are working really well. Manifestation Babe is the best personal development that I watch or that I listen to. I am not a reader. I do not like reading books. I don't like spending that much time focusing on something where I could be working my business. So I watch like 2 to 4 to 5 minute videos on YouTube. Good distributors to follow. I follow Stephanie, that's not what I meant to say. Sydney Stapleton, Morgan McIntyre, Courtney Lavey, Kristen Kirkendall, Susan Wade. There's so many. Like, go through Mark's friends list basically and find some people that are good leaders that you relate to. I don't care about feeling pushy, Marley. I follow up if they told me they want the products and I message them 140 times, I don't care, because that's disrespectful of them to say, oh, I want the products, follow up with me then, and they ignore me. This is my job. So I'm going to follow up with you until you either block me or delete me. Like, and if they ever say something like, I didn't respond, like, you were like, that's so annoying, don't follow up with me if I didn't respond. Well, you didn't respond to me. So, but anyways, that's all the questions I'm going to answer on this. I really hope that this helped you. If you're really struggling or you feel like you're in a pit and you don't have time for this business, you do have time for this business. It's just a matter of like, if you're going to make time for it. Are you going to sit there and do what you're supposed to be doing every single day to attract the right kind of people to your team and the right kind of customers to you? You have to put in the work. Like, with you having these promotions on the table right now, if you have a $1,000 bonus, what would a $1,000 bonus do for your family? You need to work every single day like it's the end of the month. You need to work every single day like that $1,000 bonus is going to be stripped from you. When I was going triple, I was so scared that I was not going to reach triple that I was working every single day like I was the last day of the month. I was so stressed and so freaked out that I was going to lose that promotion because I was going to run out of time and have too much volume to fill. So every single day I was getting out my list. I was following up with my potentials. I was starting new conversations. That is my goal every single day, whether I did anything else at all. My goal is to start new conversations, because that's exciting. When I get a number off of Instagram and I'm talking to somebody about the products, I'm excited because that like rejuvenates my passion for this business. I'm talking to somebody about losing 20 pounds or really growing their hair out, or they just had a baby and they really want to tighten up their tummy. I love helping people do that. So start new conversations with people every day. That should be your goal. My goal is to at least get 10 to 15 numbers off Instagram every day. I'm messaging. I am doing those stories so that they're coming to me about the products. I'm putting out quality posts. I'm realizing that no matter my situation, if I'm in college, if I'm working full time, if I'm busy, this business is why you're going to be successful, is because you're busy. You're able to do this no matter what you're doing, where you're at, what position in life. This business has gone with me from high school, from being 18 years old and not having a single clue what I wanted to do or how to do it or how to even be successful. It took me to college, where I got to promote and make $5,000 a month at 19 years old while going to school all day long every day and being in a sorority and being involved. And then it's taking me now to a whole different school, whole different major, whole group of people where I'm going to get to talk about this business to people. So if you want to be successful in this business, you better decide right now, right here on this Zoom, and profess, I am going Ruby, I'm going Emerald, I'm going to be successful with this. It is the 13th of this month. I was not even charted for Triple Diamond until the 15th of last month, and I pulled it off. Okay? If you're going Ruby, do it. Get the people on your team. Get your team excited. If they're not excited, do it yourself. Enroll those customers. Get those host-to-post out. Get those messages out and do what you're supposed to be doing, because the only thing keeping you from those promotions is you. The only thing keeping you from those promotions is you. If you're going to say that you're going to work, you're going to put in every second of every day of all of the work ethic and all of the motivation and all of the grit and everything that it takes in order to promote, you're going to manifest that you're going to do that. You're going to watch personal development. You're going to quit giving excuses saying, I can't do this and I can't enroll or I can't get customers. We are all doing the same thing, okay? We are all messaging the same amount of people, and we are all working the same business. So if I can do it and I'm 19, then I've decided that I'm going to be successful in this business, you can do it. If you're in college, there's no reason you can't be successful because I have done it. And I watch my whole team that's in college do the same thing. So shout your goals out, write it on your bathroom window, set yourself a little background like I did here. I would show you, but it's like not going to load in this whole time that I'm showing you, of course. I have at the bottom, it said triple diamond, $10,000 monthly. Every single time I looked at my phone, I saw that. Every single time I was talking to people, I was manifesting it. People were cheering me on all month because I told everyone I'm going triple diamond because they were holding me accountable. Figure out your goals, figure out what you're going to do to get there, and do it. So I hope this time helped y'all. I love y'all. I'm excited for you. And these bonuses that are on the table are so obtainable because I did it. I know you can do it, and I'm really excited for you. So I'm going to record this. I'm going to post it up on my YouTube, so be watching within tonight or tomorrow. Now that I had to do 2 separate recordings and figure out how to get these together, that'll be really fun. But I'm going to have it up on my YouTube for you to share, and I will talk to y'all later. So y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.